So guys, Bitcoin is still trading within this rising wedge formation, and I think Bitcoin is preparing for a breakout. I'm going to present you in today's video the evidence why I do think that Bitcoin is going to see a breakout very soon. I'm also going to show you and going to present you evidence of why I think Bitcoin is going to break down rather than breaking out to the upside. And I'm going to give you some exact signals that you can use in the chart in order to confirm whether we are seeing that breakout actually happening. Then guys, we are also going to have a look at the shorter term time frame of Bitcoin, because it looks like that in the coming hours we could be coming down right here and test the uptrending support of the rising wedge formation. Then we are also going to have a look at the regular financial markets, because we are seeing some interesting developments there which could strengthen our scenario that we are seeing with Bitcoin. And I'm going to bring out some on-chain analytics as well, which are strengthening the scenario that I'm going to present to you in today's video as well. So guys, all about that in today's video. With that being said, my name is Jeroen. Welcome to the Blockchain Today, the channel where you subscribe for daily crypto videos. Right now, let's jump right into it. And yeah, as you can see, Bitcoin is still trading in this rising wedge formation after we have seen the breakout of this declining resistance. When we have a look at the momentum indicators on the daily time frame, then this is actually quite important what we are seeing right here, and that is that on the daily time frame we have a declining resistance, and basically we have a major bearish divergence right here on the daily time frame. And most of the time bearish divergences especially on the daily time frame can be very significant. So this is just showing us that the steam right here of Bitcoin in this rally is definitely running out, and that most likely we either will see a pullback or Bitcoin would move sideways. And that's what I think is right now being shown to us right here on the daily time frame when we have a look at the relative strength index. So guys, that is visible in the relative strength index. When we have a look at the MACD, we can see similar signals. We are just seeing a bearish cross going on the daily time frame. It looks like we are rolling over right here. And if we have a look at the height right here of the MACD, let me bring out a horizontal line right there, then you can see that it would be approximately at the same height where we have seen Bitcoin right here at approximately $60,000. So that could be a bearish sign in the immediate short-term time frame right here on the daily chart. Then let's go to the 4-hour time frame, because this is actually a very interesting time frame. We can also see the support and resistance lines a little bit more clearer, but there's a very interesting signal right now presenting on the 4-hour time frame, which is showing us that Bitcoin at this particular moment is still consolidating and is not yet breaking out. And that is a triangle formation in the relative strength index right here, and a triangle formation in the MACD. So basically a triangle formation on the momentum indicators, and let me draw that real quickly right here. And this is a interesting thing, because patterns not only work in price structures, but they also work in structures from for example indicators. And what we can see right here is that during this rising wedge formation, which is basically also, it is a uptrend, but it's also a form of a consolidation, because we are moving in one certain market structure. We can see that we are also moving in a certain market structure in the momentum indicators, with a uptrending support and a declining resistance, and getting closer into getting squeezed together, where eventually it would need to choose a direction, either breaking out to the upside or breaking out to the downside. And most of the time, guys, these breakouts in the momentum indicators can act as signals to predict already what is going to happen before we are actually seeing it in the price. So we very often see, for example, a break of support in the momentum indicator, and a couple of hours later we are seeing the break of the support in the price. So I'm using quite often these patterns in these indicators in order to check for more confirmations whenever I see a certain breakout. So this is a very interesting formation on the 4-hour time frame, and I do expect that if Bitcoin is breaking down right here, that we are also seeing that breakdown over in the momentum indicators. Then guys, for all the traders out there who are interested in trading this potential move on Bitcoin, you can either do that over on the Bybit exchange or over on the Femix platform. Even if you are trading on the spot market, I used to use Binance as well quite often. But right now they require KYC for all of its customers, and we don't have that over on Bybit and over on the Femix platform. They don't have that much trading pairs as Binance. But I do think it's nice to use those exchanges to trade on the spot market as well, next to trading with leverage. And if you sign up on the Bybit exchange using my affiliate link down below, you can claim an additional bonus of $610. And if you sign up on the Femix platform using my affiliate link down below, you can get an additional bonus of $1,100. So for everybody who's interested in that, you can find all my affiliate links down below. Then guys, if you haven't done so already, I would highly appreciate it if you would leave a thumbs up down below, guys. That would really make my day. Now let's jump back into the Bitcoin price action, and right now let's go to the short term time frame. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame right here in Bitcoin. And then we can see some interesting developments, which is showing us that Bitcoin most likely right now is going to test the support again of the rising wedge formation, and therefore also set another lower high right here. So what we are seeing, if we have a look at the 1 hour time frame, is that Bitcoin is in some form of a megaphone pattern right here. At least we are in a downtrend on the 1 hour time frame, and we have some clear resistance levels that we can be watching, not only in the price but also in the relative strength index. And right here we have seen a rejection in the price. You could actually predict that rejection if we have to look at the momentum indicators, because that was the moment we are getting rejected from the declining resistance in the relative strength index. And not only in the relative strength index, guys, but also in the MACD. However, the MACD is a more lagging indicator, so you can see the resistance already, but most of the time you are seeing the MACD rolling over slightly later after the move actually happened. But with the RSIs, quite precisely, we can often predict a certain rejection of price level with the resistance of the RSI. And even if you go into shorter term time frame, let's say for example the 30 minutes, we can also see that it came along with a bearish divergence right here, where the RSI is setting a small lower high. On the price we are doing the opposite, combining with touching that resistance, showing us that the chances are increasing to get rejected right here. And that is also how you can spot, for example, perfect entries for a short position. If you, for example, right now would be preparing yourself for a potential breakdown of this pattern, then you could already consider of trying to enter shorts before we are actually seeing that breakdown, to have a better entry basically. So guys, that is one strategy you can use. I'm teaching those strategies in my trading course as well. If you are interested in my cryptocurrency trading course, you can find more information at theblockchaintoday.com. Then guys, I want to go to the SP500, because we are seeing some interesting developments. So pattern wise, we are also trading in a rising wedge formation on the S&P 500, and what we are seeing right now is that we just hit a very significant psychological level in the S&P 500, which is the level of 4,500. That level corresponds right now with the resistance of the rising wedge formation. And if we were to dive into the shorter term time frame, then we can see that touching this resistance comes along with a bearish divergence, which is showing us that most likely we are not going to break above this level, but that the chances are actually more likely to see a drop from here. And that would coincide with Bitcoin making a correction or starting a pullback as well. So that could be interesting right here, guys, that if we are seeing a further pullback or that further drop in the S&P 500, breaking some support levels, then we might see that as well with Bitcoin. A very important level in the S&P 500 right now below us is going to be 4,480. Then guys, I want to have a quick talk about the following chart, which has been shared by Will Clemente over on Twitter, who is getting quite famous lately with his on-chain analytics. And what he's basically saying right now, that in this chart we can see that coins are moving onto exchanges, and that basically the people with the higher amounts of Bitcoin, so we also know them as whales, right, that they are slightly taking profits right now, so that they are not reaccumulating at these levels, but that they are taking profits. And normally that is short term a bearish signal, showing us that right now there is not accumulation going on, there's slightly distribution going on, which can cause that the price of Bitcoin can see that pullback in the coming months, or in the coming month, September. And right now we are just seeing the first signals based on on-chain analytics. So guys, that chart is basically saying that whales right now are not accumulating, but that they are slightly taking profits. And right here we actually have seen the opposite. Right here we have seen whales and a lot of high net worth entities accumulating Bitcoin, smart money accumulating Bitcoin. And right now we are just seeing that they are not in a accumulation period right now, so they are not interested to accumulate at these price levels, which makes sense for Bitcoin to get a pullback, to have a correction right here. I would definitely say that that is the more likelier scenario over the coming weeks. But I also really want to emphasize, guys, that it is Bitcoin, and Bitcoin can do very unexpected things now and then. So it's very important when you are trading these price structures that you don't act until you have certain confirmations. It depends a little bit on your strategy. Sometimes you can, in a safe manner, already prepare for certain outcomes, right? But often it is also quite good to wait for confirmations and then act, and not to assume that something is going to happen and then wait for that scenario to play out. No, it's better to have more and more evidence of that scenario, of that certain scenario playing out, and then act upon it, rather than just go along with a feeling or go along with a emotion, because that's most of the time where people are actually losing money. Emotions are your number one worst enemies in your trading game, because emotions will cause you to make the wrong decisions, and your analytical mindset, your trader's mindset, your rational mindset will help you to make the right decisions. So guys, the moment emotions are going to determine your decisions in your trading game, then most of the time that is the moment that you are going to lose money. And it's actually quite logical, because the markets are actually reflections of human emotions, which basically means that most of the time the emotion you will get is a wrong advisor for acting in the markets, because the emotional state is often at the wrong side of the price action. So sometimes it can also help you if you feel, for example, a lot of greed, a lot of FOMO, then that also could be a warning, because that means that other people feel that as well, which could mean that we are getting closer and closer to a local top, for example. But guys, nevertheless, for Bitcoin right now, I'm still going to stand on the side that I'm expecting that it is more likely to get a pullback correction during the coming weeks with all the signals that we are seeing right now. If that were to change, then we definitely have to see some change in the structures of, for example, momentum indicators as well. And it would be nice to see some metrics change in a more bullish fashion, like on-chain analytics as well. So right now I would definitely lean more to a bearish scenario of Bitcoin for the coming weeks. But that doesn't mean, and that question I'm getting quite often, that doesn't mean that this move is a dead cat bounce from the drop right here. No, it's still possible right here that Bitcoin is just coming to come down, set a higher low somewhere, and is going to continue this uptrend. Personally, I'm favoring this scenario over the fact that this is a dead cat bounce and that Bitcoin is going to see lower levels. However, I'm not 100% sure of either one scenario, right? Right now, you cannot say with 100% certainty whether this is a dead cat bounce and whether we are going to see lower levels in the near future, or whether we are going to set a higher low and to continue this bull market. So I think it's a very dangerous thing as a trader, but also as an investor, to just lean to one scenario and just say like, yeah, I'm sure this is a dead cat bounce, while we actually not have the complete evidence for it. And sometimes you might be right, but sometimes you might be wrong as well. And I experienced with myself that if I'm standing open to both scenarios, it's easier to move in the market. So when you're seeing a change in the price, a change in the structure, it's easier to make a more objective decision when you are not holding on to one of your strong beliefs that a certain scenario is playing out. Guys, that is my 5 cents right here. So I'm going to be like water, like Bruce Lee is always saying, be like water, so you can act quickly when something is happening. Right now, like I said, I do favor the fact that we in the coming weeks are going to see a pullback, but I also do favor the scenario that that pullback is going to set a higher low and that Bitcoin is going to continue this uptrend and is going to continue this bull market, reaching 100,000 US dollars and above by the end of this year. But okay guys, that was it for today's analysis. I hope you all enjoyed today's video, guys. If you all enjoyed today's video, make sure to scroll below this video, hit the thumbs up button. That is very much appreciated, guys. Then guys, for all the traders out there who are interested in trading a Bitcoin and a variety of altcoins, you can do that either on the Bybit exchange or over on the Femix platform. And if you use my affiliate link down below to sign up on Bybit, you can get an additional bonus of $610 US. And on the Femix platform, you can get an additional bonus of $1,100 US. And yeah, both exchanges you can use either to trade on the spot market or to trade with leverage. Then guys, I want to wish every single one of you an amazing day today, and I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.